Welcome, all you +2 comedy modifiers, back to the stream. Welcome back to Solving the Witness, an annotated discussional let's play where we try to uncover the deeper meaning behind the mysterious island that is the Witness. Now, last time we were playing, I took the boat here to what is known as the Marsh, and I explored what I call the useless area, which I love. Didn't find anything too interesting. I just liked that area. And as I signed off, I looked at these rocks and I was like, these are kind of in a weird... Editor Noah coming in here to tell you that I don't think this is anything. I think it's a bunch of rocks. I thought the rocks were kind of in a strange orientation here. I thought because of the triangle shape that maybe it was an arrow and that it was supposed to be something being pointed at, but the more I looked around and thought about it and did research, I don't think that's the case. Plus, that ignores those two rocks up top, and I think they're part of the formation as well. If you look at it, it kind of looks like a stingray, maybe, but I think that's a bit of a stretch. It'd be a stretch for a constellation to claim that this was a stingray, let alone me and Solving the Witness. But I will throw in one kind of strange theory here. The main shape is that triangle, which is using 6 rocks. And then there's 2 bonus rocks up top. And then over here, there's kind of like this extra throwaway rock. That kind of reflects the formation of the juggling illusion, where there are 6 rocks being juggled, and then there's 2 off to the side, and then there's 1 rock a little bit further away. And one thing that has been discussed for a while is the idea of the 6 themes of the Witness. There will be 6 videos that we will eventually get to, and each video has a different theme on the ideas of life and creation and things like that. I played with the idea that the reason that you watch these videos is this kind of like daisy shape. That's how you kind of play the videos, is knowing the maze of the daisy shape. And it's 6 things surrounding one central idea. So that was kind of the symbolism I thought was you take these 6 ideas and you put them around a singular idea, and that is the Witness. But we also see these idea of 6 things being together and then 2 being offshot and then 1 being offshot. So perhaps there are more themes that we need to kind of get into when it comes to the theory of this game. But I kind of think this is a long shot, and I don't have a lot to say this episode, so I had to include something. Gameplay! Position, but maybe I'm just thinking too much of it. I noticed this star in the background, which is a bit odd. And then, after I signed off, I realized this was staring me right in the face. So let's do this. And I think for extra fun, can I get it to go lower? No, maybe not. I thought I could line this guy up with this guy, but doesn't seem to want to work that way. Hey Prophets, welcome to The Witness. It's a discussional let's play of this puzzle game where we try to figure out its deeper meaning. That being said, I should mention this. This is important. As of today, The Witness is free on PlayStation. You don't even need PlayStation Plus. So if you want to get into this game, it's free on PlayStation. That's PlayStation 5 or PlayStation 4. So jump in. This is a really interesting game. And if I can remember how to get back to where I need to be, we'll start solving some puzzles. So basically, since Prophet, you're new here, I'll explain some things. There's 3 levels of puzzles. Here's one of them right here. I already showed this one off, but like, hey, see that cool woman in the background right there, all the way on the top of that mountain? And then there's this statue here. It's a girl in a cage. But if you stand in just the right place, they become one piece of art. So this is one of the environmental perspective puzzles. There's not like a prize for finding them. So there's not like part of completion. It's just a thing that you can find. Now, the main mechanics of the game, which... explain it here. Okay, yeah. The main mechanics are these puzzles here. So you want to start at one of these circles, and then you want to move your line to one of these endpoints like this. But that was done incorrectly. These symbols here show that there's a certain way it needs to be done. Basically, it means that there has to be a block of 3 here, like that, so that would be correct. There needs to be a block of 3 here, so that would be correct. And then there needs to be a block of 1 here, but that's not really a thing I can do without, because you can't cross over your own line. But what you can do is you can rotate those boxes. So if I were to say do this, that would be correct. And now in doing that, I've created a bridge. In turning that on, this is turned on for me. Yeah, save it for the end of the stream. This Let's Play is more about discussion of the current things that you see and possible meanings behind things. Another thing that I want to bring up, because I did in my research, apparently this is a code. I think I might have brought this up last episode, but I'll say it again. This is a code right here. It's like 10111. Like it's some sort of like binary-esque code. All right, let's talk about the bridge. I was really hoping with the posting of my previous episode that everyone would come back with their own theories about this bridge code. And nobody had any theories about the bridge code, but everybody told me that they saw the laser turkey. God, this takes so long. Come here. I want to be able to walk over there. Ah, there we go. What did that get me? It got me nothing. Why did I want to be here? So I don't spend a lot of time looking at this, but I really think I should have, because this is kind of interesting. Why can't I cross here? Well, obviously it's because there's no bridge, but the question is, why is there no bridge? There is a lot of evidence that it is broken. There's a lot of things that are broken around here, with the statue of the girl reaching into the broken cage, and there's also some cages like floating in the water that don't seem to be working right. It could also be that this is unfinished, that they were supposed to build a bridge here and just they haven't gotten to that yet. I do find it strange that you do see the two supports as if there should be a bridge there, but there is not. So it's either unfinished or it's been removed. Removed would play back into the theory of the saboteur being on the island, stopping us from progressing in certain ways, but there's not a real good reason why I think access across this should be prohibited. Of course, I won't get there until much, much later. That's towards the end of this area. When you activate the laser, you can kind of get to that area. But I definitely think it's strange that it's missing. And I don't have a really good reason practically why it's missing. Like why, for a gameplay reason, why that area needs to be restricted for now. And I really don't have a good in-story, in-universe canon reason why that's just a broken path. So I know I'm usually supposed to be the research guy and have answers, but I have nothing but questions. Why do you think the bridge is missing? What a terrible place to be. I have not decoded the binary. I haven't taken a look at it. With these Let's Plays, I kind of throw out theories while I'm discussing, and then when these go up on YouTube, I edit in commentary and research and things like that. So this part, the live stream part, is more of a stream of consciousness. It's a stream where I just kind of look things over and try to figure them out. If this isn't on, let's follow these wires and find out what turns this on. Had an itchy nose. Well, we got to drain that water, because clearly I can't go that way. And this is a dead end. What the hell? How do I do stuff in this layer? How do I do stuff in this area? Run. Where's Run? There's Run. So yeah, the main concept is solving the panels, like the panel I solved over here. There's lots of other tiny things Oh, what? How do I... Oh, wait, there's another path right here. There we go. This goes away from where I want to be. God damn it. I guess I want to circle around. Is there anything I can see? Oh, yeah, here's another environmental puzzle. Oh, that's why it goes so slow. I had to do it while it's moving, probably. Ah, got it. Well, I'm dumb. All right, let me circle around and get to the other side of this area. Run through here. I believe we've run through this stuff before. This is a nice little grove. Suspicious grove. Anything interesting here? What is that? Yo, what is that? There's like something going on here. There's like a door of sorts, and then this appears to be like a window of some sort. Yeah, there's definitely something going on down there. I can't walk down there. Okay, I just wanted to clarify that we will eventually get down there. I know exactly what that cove is. I know exactly what's going on there, but that is for a later stream. So I just wanted to let you guys know I know what's up, but you're going to have to wait for some later videos. But that's definitely something I never caught. And here's a locked gate, but I'm on the wrong side of it. I'm trapped in. There we go. Let's get through this marsh area. Yeah, this game is meant to be very relaxing and chill. Here we go. This is the start of the marsh. I started at the wrong end. So this is how this game teaches you. There's no like dialogue or prompts or anything like that. So it told you that that was correct. And then you'll probably just be like, oh, I have to do this. No, that's wrong. It's basically saying that you have to close this off and make a square. So now that I have a square here, that'll be correct. I'm going to make a note here. Looks like an S, because I'm always thinking that these are words. All right, I just want to correct this here. I immediately want everything to be a letter, because I always want these puzzles to spell something out to me. But for this one, there are two possible solutions, and it could very easily be considered an S, a 5, or a 2, and none of the other ones really make any shapes, so it's probably nothing. But, of course, since I said it out loud, I have to come in here and correct stupid player Noah. To make sure that you kind of got that concept, and make sure you don't just think you need to make S's or whatever, they test you again. I guess this has 2 answers. But it's got a couple answers, because I also could do that. Interesting. And then since this is 2 boxes, this is wrong. It needs to be like this. Boom. This is teaching you to make the L. Here we go. Do you see how this works, Prophet? Does it make sense? I feel like the concepts here sometimes are difficult to explain. Alright, so I'm going to go like this. That's going to make the square piece. A lot of S's. A lot of S's. SN maybe? Or L. Probably an L. So now I got to make an L block into this. So that's going to be like this. But I guess technically I also could have done it like this if I wanted to. I can do whatever I want up here. I just always find it interesting when there's multiple solutions. You can have nightmares about the gate open. You might be the first person to ever have a nightmare about the witness. That was a weird thing that I said just there, that Prophet is the first person to ever have a witness nightmare. In that, I'm pretty sure I've had a witness nightmare, or I've at least dreamed of the witness. It's one of those games that if you stare at it for a really long time, you'll eventually see it when you close your eyes. And
One thing I do want to kind of address with the witness is the idea of the witness being scary. There are definitely a few times where I'm playing and I feel like I'm about to fall. That's a common thing that happens over in the treehouse. But the witness in itself has a lot of things that would trigger people's phobias. I know a lot of people have phobias of mannequins, Markiplier. So the idea of all these weird, creepy statues would definitely be a scary thing. Also, isolation. Like the opposite of claustrophobia, being afraid of big open spaces with nothing and there's no people. That's also a big fear, the fear of being alone. There's also like some spelunking that's going to be done a little bit later, and that'll give you your claustrophobia and enclosed spaces and going into the darkness and things like that. So there are definitely some things in this game that would trigger people with certain phobias. While I don't think the game is inherently a scary game, I could definitely see elements of this game being something that would scare someone. And I definitely think someone actually in this situation, waking up on a deserted island and trying to solve puzzles to see where they go and finding out what's next, there'd be some fear involved in that.
Though I will say, there's been a few times where I legitimately jumped in this game just because of my own stupidity. Alright, so now we're over here. Huh. Just taking in the sights, looking around. Because there's also little hidden things, so I don't want to rush through this, even though I know exactly how to make these puzzles work. Boom. Yeah, so this is to let you know that you can combine them. So I don't need to make separate squares for them. There's two squares separate on top of each other. Here's another one. There's this. I have to make this shape, but I also have to make this shape. I can do that just by stacking them up like that. What is elapsed time? Elapsed time is time that has gone by.
I just want to clear up what's happening there. Prophet is asking about the elapsed time. He's talking about the timer that's on screen whenever I stream with my PlayStation. And I just want to put a disclaimer out there now. Prophet goes a bit off the rails in the upcoming conversation because Prophet doesn't know the game. So this is someone with fresh eyes seeing the witness for the first time, kind of being thrown into the deep end. So Prophet throws out some theories that don't make a lot of sense, and also distracts me, and I completely forget how to do puzzles soon. So this is going to become a struggle bus episode soon, so watch me flail.
I often say with this game, it's very interesting that you made that comment, that I don't think there's time in this game, that time is not progressing. I say that because the sun never moves. The sun is always right there. So the shadows never move, so there's no time moving forward. The clouds, I used to say, are also stationary, but we found one or two that kind of float a little bit. Sorry, I saw something in the sky there for a moment. Is this even real lore perspective? I'm not sure what you mean by real lore perspective. The thing about The Witness is this game's been out for a while, but the search for the true ending or the true meaning behind it, a lot of people feel like has not been achieved. Some people think that they have. The big controversy about this game is if you count up all the puzzles. Yeah, there's definitely some interesting lore here. That's what we're trying to discuss. Why is it called The Witness? Because there's never been a good reason why it's called The Witness. And another big point of interest is the fact that the number of puzzles in this game is exactly 664. People often wonder, there's probably 2 more puzzles to get an even 666, which is the number of the beast. How is that wrong? Oh, I know why that's wrong. That's on me. That was my bad. So I gotta do this. Ooh, wait. See, you got me talking, prophets, and I forgot how to do my puzzles. So, oh, because they're going to be on top of each other, so I got to do this. Got it. Ooh. You think it's the RGB color module again? 664? Maybe. That's an interesting idea. That's definitely a concept no one's tried. Well, isn't that too high? Doesn't color end at 255? I could be wrong. But I will say that the puzzles are broken up into 3 categories. So, maybe. Alright, so this is teaching me how to use the bridge again. Whoops. There we go. It's too bright. It's hard to see. There's glare on this. Oh, there's something here. That is a suspicious circle right there. Something gonna line up. Yeah, I'm playing on my PlayStation, so I can't click any links, but but this game is available on PC. Most people play it on PC. It does make a lot of sense to play this with a mouse rather than a controller. But, more gates. No. So this is a very man-made area of this island here. I mean, everything's kind of man-made. There's very few just entirely natural-looking areas. Okay, a couple ways I can go here. This is an interesting spot that doesn't seem to serve any purpose. So of course, I'm going to spend some time looking at this, looking at different perspectives on this. That's weird. Because, well, that's clearly the laser. Like when you finish an area, one of these yellow boxes opens up and shoots a laser. But it's interesting that I was just talking about like this being such a man-made area and the laser for this area being built into a tree that had been cut down. It is not cheese. I can guarantee you it is not cheese. I haven't found any like secrets in a while, so I really want a secret. Where are you, secrets? So I think I know what this door is, so I'm going to open this door first. Alright, so we got to make this L piece. These are non-rotatable pieces, so I'm going to go ahead and non-rotate them. Ooh, crap, that's... Oh wait, I can do it like this. That's what I got to do. And then I can come up and do this, and then I can come up and do this. So if you're still trying to follow along, I made that L piece down there, I made the top L piece up there, and then I had to make the long piece. Blammo. This appears to be almost the exact same puzzle. This is the exact same puzzle. Right? Oh no, there's one less square. Interesting. So this has to be here, right? But if they're married, so it's probably like this, this. Ooh, I have to go up the other way. I think. Ooh, how am I going to do this? Alright, let's try again. Come up here like this, because they're touching. And then that's like this. And then that would have to be like that, but now I can't get back to the ending. And I can't think of another way to do this. If you're trying to follow my thought here, this L piece exists in these squares and has to exist in those squares. This L piece has to exist in these 4 squares. So they're on top of each other. So there's no need for me to include this line. I can just do this, and now I've made both of those pieces. But then I also have this line piece, and without the line piece, I mean, I guess I could just do this and this, but how do I get to the ending over there? To answer your question, I have not played Accounting Simulator Plus, or Accounting Plus, but it looks fun. This is a pickle. 'Cause, like, I have to do that, unless, I guess I could do something like this. I could still cut one of them off. Like, I could still use this as a line, so I could still do that. No, though, I can't do that. Because I need this break. That's an important break here. Pickle, pickle, pickle. I mean, I could do this, have that be part of it. But I can't. And once I do that, how do I cut out the other parts of this? You'll also notice with the witness, the hardest puzzles are any puzzle that makes you go, I just did this. This is easy. Well, we're going to abandon this one for now, and we'll come back to it, because there's puzzles right here. Hoo boy, this is also interesting. Because the shape... Oh, okay, so this is tricky buggers, but it's this. No? I thought I had... Oh, no, I didn't go up high enough. See, that is the correct answer, because I have to include inside of one area this shape, and this shape. This shape here is located here, and then these 2 lines are located here and here. Yeah. There's usually a Tuesday stream. Sometimes you gotta do your taxes, dude. Oh, so again, looks like the exact same puzzle, but they made it impossible to do that way. So cool. So there's this. I guess I could do it like this. Wait, let me do it the other way. There it is. N-U. Love looking at letters. But once again, there's this shape. It's these 4 down here. And then each of the 3 blocks are here and here. Okay, so for this to work, it's 4, but I could also not... Ooh, this is very interesting. Alright, so what do we know? We got these 4. That has to exist. I don't understand how I'm going to do a single one in the middle there without dragging stuff together. Because, like, you can't do a square like that. I'm orange. Good to know. That seems impossible. On the chat. Oh, I mean, I can only see the chat that's currently on screen, so I have no idea what you're talking about. Where's that? Well, I guess. This is harder than it looks. So this is a thing of 4. So it has to be this. That's the only way you can make the 4 and contain that piece. Like, I can't slide it over any. I mean, ooh, how do I do this? I mean, boom, boom, or boom, boom. So that got me 2, but I don't know how to do that last dot. It's not like I can move anything on top of it like I did with the previous ones. How do I do a single dot in the middle? Because I can't really, like, I can't fully close it off. I don't quite understand what you mean by a code in the squares. If you could expand upon that, I will talk more on it. As I stare at this one tiny square, the bane of my existence. I'd have to seal it off in every direction, but I can't do that. Right, is there something else going on with this puzzle I don't see? Like, is there a hidden shape somewhere on it, or... I mean, can I rotate? If this can rotate, I can do this, and then this. Does that work? No, it doesn't. Why is there so much of these square puzzles? Because that's what the game is. I mean, when it comes... Here, let me ask it this way, just to understand what you're talking about. When you say square puzzle, do you mean this as a whole as the squares? Or do you mean these square symbols? What are you talking about by square puzzle? Yeah, that's what this game is. This game is using these panels to turn things on, and then hopefully discover what the reason of them behind the mountain is. God, how am I supposed to do this? I don't understand. I just don't understand. I mean, there's no guarantee that this is a message in any, like, the only thing we know for sure is if I turn these 4 on. So I have to turn this one on, which will turn this one on. We'll then turn on that black cable, which will then probably open that gate. Like, that's our current goal. Does this have a hidden meaning behind it? Possibly. Like, it does kind of look like an N and a U. That's possible. I'm open to any ideas. Yeah, the yellow squares How do you not get this? The yellow squares dictate how to solve the puzzle. Because I can't just do this. And the yellow squares will tell me that that is wrong. Because I have to, like, capture them like that. So now the 2 squares is correct, but the other 2 are still wrong. I have to figure out how, with one line, to satisfy all of them. But why do I think that? Because this game is entirely about doing this puzzle. Get it starting from the circle and ending at the little round bit in a way that turns the panels on. That's what this game is. I might have to walk away from this puzzle too, because right now I cannot figure out how to incorporate that middle square. No. Like, the only way I can see that, because since you can't just circle it, The only way that that makes sense is to then push one of the other shapes, like in one of the previous puzzles, into it. But you really can't with these, because you can't rotate them, because I would just do that, and then I'd be happy. And I can't... TOTB? Totba? I don't know what Totba means. Acronym? I don't know what it means. Prophets, can't you see how stressed I am right now? I'm trying to figure out this puzzle. One puzzle at a time, Prophets. I'm having kind of a brain blast. Hold on. That doesn't work. Oh, think outside the box. I thought you were giving me clues. I was like, think outside the box. Well, I mean, this whole game is boxes. How am I supposed to do that? I don't know how to do this. Yeah, let me just try to figure out other ways I could possibly... Because I keep doing this, but there's other ways I can do it. I can do it like this. That kind of screws up this guy, though, so I don't want to do that. I guess just for science reasons, I'm going to do this, because I don't think this works. Because you can't rotate it unless it's already askew. Alright. I guess I could try to go up this way. Because that has to be how this is done. Can't really, because I can't seal off the ending, so I can't ever do that way. So that kind of has to be done last. Maybe there's something I can do with this first. I can't like... No, it's too many squares. Ooh. Ooh, I'm suffering, guys. I'm suffering today. Is there another way I could solve this? I could do that. It's not long enough to hit anything else. It has to be this. It has to be these four squares, since the object must be within the shape, if that makes any sense. It has to be those four squares. I can't move this anywhere. And if I do it like this, then I can't actually solve this guy. I mean, I guess this is a dumb thought, but if I do this, and then it's almost right, well... Are you just counting the squares? I mean, that's an interesting way to look at this whole thing. It's not going to help me solve the puzzle, but... I mean, that's just one, of so many puzzles. I'm running back over here because I'm dumb. I can't figure anything out.
And that's going to do it for this episode of Solving the Witness. Let's talk about this episode's takeaways. First, we have that rock formation. I've kind of written it off as nothing. I thought it was a little bit strange to have something that was so deliberately a triangle. It looks like they've been arranged, but for what reason? It's probably nothing, but perhaps you see something that I do not. So what is your thought on that arrangement of rocks? Two, again, I'm just going to bring up the bridge code. I don't understand what that bridge code is something. I really feel like it needs to mean something, but I don't have any real meaning that I could gain from that weird bridge code. So please, let me know your theories in the comments below. 3 is the missing bridge. Why do you think there is a pathway that is broken and or unfinished? And what is the reason, not only in-game, but in the lore of the island? Has it been removed by a saboteur? Did someone not finish it? Or is it just not there? I definitely think there's something to it in that the supports are there, so that would mean that it either needs to be finished or has been removed. Next, we have the Cove. We don't really need to talk about the Cove, but we did bring it up here. The Cove down there, that's a later thing, so don't worry about that. That's coming up in a future stream. Puzzles, spelling things. Again, I don't think we have anything deep there, but perhaps you saw something I didn't, so be sure to tell me more about that. The big one I want to talk about is witness nightmares. Have you ever had a nightmare or a dream about the witness? And do you think the game in any way is kind of scary? Let me know your experiences and thoughts on the witness as horror. I don't think it's horror, but as slightly terrifying at times. Let me know in the comments down below. And be sure to subscribe right here to +2 Comedy Gaming so you'll get a nice little notification every time we try to solve the witness.